Hello, Aries. This is Soul from Intuitive Tarot, here to look at your week ahead starting September 1st, 2025. Aries, I hope all is well. Before I begin, I want to wish all the Aries who are celebrating Labor Day a very happy and safe Labor Day celebration. Welcome any new subscribers to my channel. You know, I appreciate you. The deck I am using, of course, will be listed in the description box. Just going to cleanse the energies real quick from doing Pisces messages for the week. We want to see what the surrounding energies are coming up or going to be for Aries. What is the energy approaching Aries? What does Aries have to expect or can expect this week when it comes to energy? And all the things that I need to tell Aries about this upcoming week. What is the energy here for Aries? All right, Aries, let's give it a cut and begin your messages. And we're going to start off the first card for you. We got the Three of Wands. There's the traveling involved for some of you Rams that I'm reading for that may be taking advantage of the 3 or 4 day weekend, you know, associated or attached to Labor Day. Well, again, if you're going to travel, you're going to be safe to and from. Also, too, it could be that there's some sort of positive energy that you're moving towards or that positive energy is moving towards you. I also assign long distance love affairs and romance with this Three of Wands. Following the Three of Wands, now we have the Three of Pentacles. This is some form of recognition that may be coming your way. The energies are going up on the first, so maybe by the third. Some sort of recognition, usually a completion of some sort of task or assignment, whether or not that's directly involving your work, or it could be something that you complete outside of your work, and you could be, you know, congratulating or thanking yourself. Whether or not you were in collaborating with, you know, other energies to help you complete that task or assignment doesn't really matter. Small pay raise could come through in terms of acknowledgement. Definitely you could meet somebody or be introduced to somebody new. And I always assign that there could be some sort of workplace love affairs or attraction taking place with the Three of Pentacles. Following that here, now we have the Seven of Swords. So Seven of Swords, Aries, just simply means for me that you may have cut someone off. Family members, distance yourself from family, could have cut some friends off. Definitely would represent ex-romantic partners. Now, because it's here, it doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, you're still dealing with that energy. It could be residual. But whenever it shows up here, I always say that there's the potential of these people always trying to resurface themselves and place themselves into your energy. So if that is the case, do not allow that to happen. They're just going to cause and create more chaos and conflicting energies for you. That's because they have not resolved conflicting energies within themselves, okay? And if it's not that energy that you are engaged with this week, then it could be just material things, Aries, that you may have forgotten about, put down, you know, put aside or whatever, and all of that stuff seems to resurface or reappear with the Seven of Swords. Following the Seven of Swords, now we have the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is specifically for the Rams that I'm talking about that are in partnerships as we speak. Well, of course, when it shows up here, I'm going to say that you are getting out of it. At least you should be getting out of it what you're putting into that relationship. It's a lot of love being generated here. Also, too, this could be, you know, like a job offer. And then the Knight, specifically alone, will bring or forge together new romantic partnerships. Up next here, under the Three of Wands, now we have the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is read by me as no drama, so this is a no drama week for you. Maybe for some of you that I'm reading for that you dealt with, not necessarily 8 things, but it could have been just one emotional thing involving, you know, a relationship, of course, family members, relationships involving romantic partnerships. It could be co-workers, it could be platonic friends. This week, your back is to the emotions. You're not dealing with it. You just want to be emotional. Not necessarily totally emotional free, but you don't want to deal with the emotions that involve other people, you know, because it's, you know, draining, more or less draining. All right, so following the Eight of Cups here for you, we have the Knight of Wands. Again, another court card shows up here, the Knight of Wands, court card with the heart. Oftentimes, it just means that there could be a family member, a friend, romantic partner, could be a coworker is underneath the Three of Pentacles who comes along and assists you and helps you out with something. And as quickly as they come in and once the help is completed, they exit just as quickly. But do keep in mind, though, because we have the Knight of Cups here and the Knight of Wands in itself usually indicates of how fast a new relationship may take shape or form. That could be a new romantic partnership, of course, could be a platonic friendship, and also it could be a business partnership that just rapidly occurs. Anyway, things are, heating up, building up, intensifying, very passionate. He is a court card, so he can express himself in a sexual manner, and that is usually, pretty positive. Up next, now we have the Ten of Wands. So some of my Rams are going to be extremely busy. This is one of my busy bees, the highest of the two busy bees that I read. The other busy bee would be the Nine of Wands. So having to, just do the things that you necessarily have to do. It may be attached or, associated with the holiday or not. Doesn't really matter. The Ten of Wands just usually comes in to give you that energy boost to complete those things that you have on your plate this week or that crops up along the way. Following the Ten of Wands here, now we have the Three of Swords. Now, you have received the Three of Swords. Pisces received the Three of Swords. Now, take note here, Aries, this is underneath the Knight of Cups, which is relationships. So the typical meanings here would just mean, grief, heartache, separation. Could be third party in play when it comes to romance. Just because it's here doesn't always indicate some sort of split or separation. It could be that for some Rams that I'm reading for, hey, there's some sort of conflicting energies that may be going on with someone that you are romantically involved with, but you are trying to, come to some resolve, but it's still like that energy is pulling at you, maybe pulling at you or maybe putting a strain on a relationship. Neither parties are thinking about, so we're having difficult times and trying to, get to understand something. It could be a situation, but we're not splitting or parting ways. It could be, like I said, third party in play when it comes to romance. It could be three conflicting energies going on with other people, family members. It could be friends, right? Pet loss, pet gets away, and family is left grieving. But I'm going to throw a clarifier on this Three of Swords for you, though. Why Three of Swords show up? Now, so far, here's the Pentacles here. And I always say when the Pentacles show up with the Three of Swords or any sword energy, it could be someone is, could be retiring from work, could be separating from one job to go to another. And then the energy of the Three of Swords will represent the heartache and the separation of having to leave, especially if it comes to your work, those relationships that you have formed during the course of the time that you were there. All right, so, but why did the Three of Swords show up here for Aries? All right, and Six of Wands. Six of Wands is all about victory and success. It also could be, even though we got the Three of Wands that started us off, in terms of traveling and stuff, maybe there's something going on here with a Ram that I'm reading for. And during the course of the travel, God forbid that anything, happens. Separation could be the loss of your luggage. When oftentimes airports lose people's luggage. And I'm trying to simplify this because I don't want you guys to be scared of the Three of Swords because it does represent, relationships and whatnot. But I feel that because the Six of Wands is showing up here, it could be any types of grief or separation or disappointment when it comes to traveling. Okay, and it could be not only traveling but involving other people too, so keep that in mind. All right, so on top of the Eight of Cups here to keep it moving, we have the Five of Swords. Five of Swords simply just represents some sort of internal struggles, conflicting energies. On the external end, it could be involving other people. I always say don't allow other people to entertain headspace in your, entertain headspace. Okay, messing with your mind and stuff like that. But there also could be something that you own or possess that someone is envious of. Okay, Following the Five of Swords on top of the Knight of Wands, we got the Four of Cups. Again, celebrations that would be in line and in sync with the Labor Day holiday for anyone who is celebrating the holidays. Again, spending quality time with family members, friends, romantic partners, even number of cups. So emotionally, what you put out there and give to others is what you're going to get back. Oftentimes, I read the Four of Cups that some of the celebrations could be taking place at eating out at restaurants or diners. All right, so on top of the Ten of Wands for you, Aries, we have the Seven of Wands. So Seven of Wands is the card of regret. If you do not stand your ground in terms of any actions or decisions that you need to carry out or execute this week, follow through. And if you do, you shouldn't have any problems and won't have to deal with any types of regrets. That would be your Seven of Wands. On top of the Six of Wands, to clarify that Three of Swords, we have the King of Pentacles. And I just said, separating from work, right? Separating from work or retiring from work, since the King of Pentacles represents mature, older energies. It could be male or female, right? So it could be that. And I'm not using this to clarify, again, the Three of Swords, but it lands on that energy. So I'm just pulling in messages that I see that could be taking place. For other Aries, then it still could be that promotion. It could be the pay raise. This would represent the boss in a workplace environment. Maybe the Three of Swords is indicative of some sort of conflicting energies that you have with your superiors, your managers, your supervisors. Could be other coworkers that you deal with. So keep that in mind. All right. But it's a good week. It would be a good week and time to ask the boss for any favors, right? Money looking strong. And, yeah, it could be, also too related to any types of businesses. How people may view you, Aries, is your accountability, your dependability, okay, reliability, all of that stuff. Never coming across as being stingy or selfish, always willing to share energy with other people. So this is what I have. All right, so to finish off, this is what I have for you for the week, Aries, and it's just me interpreting these messages here for you. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Have a safe, great Labor Day weekend. Always come back here to get more of these messages from me, Aries, and I will talk to you real soon. Ciao.